rise with me and hold me tight all through the night. You're shining bright, I'm your oyster, baby, you're my pearl.
What is that?
You
You didn't know it, James?
It's something to do with gardening. It's gardening
No,
world.
it's got nothing to do with gardening.
Yeah, it has.
No, it doesn't.
Hasn't it?
Nope.
What is it then?
It is, I believe. Yeah, pretty close. It is, I believe, the longest running radio play ever, The Archers.
That's what it is.
From Radio 4?
The
Radio
Archers
2?
from Radio 4.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
you probably noticed, there's someone else in the
Yeah,
studio
there's someone
today.
to our right.
Just
Do
there.
you want to
He's-
introduce? Because
he's-
he's your friend and very quickly becoming mine.
And he's sitting where you normally sit.
Yeah, it's Mr. James Master.
Thank you
James
for your seat, Tom.
Masters.
This is a
Hey!
very nice seat.
You're keeping it warm.
Yeah, I really am.
Thanks
James, it's
for
great to have you here.
coming in, James.
Oh,
That's
man.
very kind of you.
Yeah, I've been
When
looking
I
forward to
asked
this.
you, I thought you'd definitely say no. I
He-
thought
he-
you'd say,
he's too
no,
cool for it.
I'm just a little busy for that.
Man, no, I've been looking forward to this all week.
Woohoo!
I'm just locked down in my house. So, I get out.
You live in California, James.
Yeah.
Now, James, we'll give you a little official blurb here, because for anyone who wants to know exactly who Mr. James Master is, here we go. James Wesley Marsters. I'm going to get into the Wesley thing in a second. Is an actor, musician, and comic book writer, best known for his roles in the British vampire
As
Spike.
the British.
In the British. As the British vampire Spike in the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer and its spin-off Angel. Since then, he has played the alien supervillain Brainiac on Smallville with our friend Michael Rosenbaum.
True.
Captain John Hart in Torchwood, amazing show, and terrorist Barnabas Greeley. Is that right?
Yes,
In
on Caprica.
Sci-Fi's Caprica. He also plays in the band Ghost of the Robot, Mr.
Yes, he does.
James Master. And you guys know each other from a certain convention or some conventions.
Well, yeah, we've just kind of met over the years in conventions and just being
In
around.
that little small town called Hollywood
Yeah.
that we keep bumping into each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I was a huge, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I was a huge Buffy fan.
Oh, you have not told me that.
I also play in a band called Bee Cake.
And I have your CD, and
Wow.
it was awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoy
Great
it.
band.
I enjoy your music as well.
Thank you.
And
Get a room.
our, and our guitarist, Billy Johnson, loved Buffy. And I thought, I never thought it would be my thing,
Yeah.
And he gave me the box set and I just devoured it. I loved it. It was brilliant. And you were incredible in that show. Absolutely incredible.
I'm like you. I didn't think it would be my cup of tea either. Like I came to Los Angeles because I had a son, and I had to stop doing theater and come down to television. And I came down and I told my agent, I do not care about awards. I don't care about quality. I'm here for money. I need diaper money and doctor money and college money. I'll be the new Urkel. I will be lucky. I don't care. She's like, oh, nice,
Oh,
Jane,
great.
love you. And they gave me the audition for Buffy, and I was like, oh no, not that. That's
Yeah.
horrible. I saw the movie. I didn't like the movie,
Right.
and they're like, it's a TV show. It's different. Watch it and call us back after the show. And I watched 15 minutes. In the first commercial break, I called my agent back. I was like, this thing is incredible. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was just really well written.
It just worked
really
so
well.
well. Did you watch it now?
I've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't think I've watched all of the back-to-back in box sets like you are.
Yeah.
But for anyone who doesn't know it, Buffy the Vampire Slayer follows Buffy, who's going through college,
Who's
and then
hot.
in her
Yeah.
very hot, and then in her nights she slays vampires. Is that the general
Yeah.
vibe
Yeah.
of the show?
She tries to be normal. But
So
it's
normal
impossible.
stuff, falling in love, maybe a problem at school, problem with. Does she have parents? Are they around?
She has a mother.
Mm-hmm.
She has a mother.
dad, a nefarious.
The
type.
dad is.
Wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
that probably adds a little bit of extra kind of baggage to Buffy.
Yeah.
And no one at the school knows that she slays vampires. Is it a secret?
She has a few friends who know her secret,
Okay.
and they
Yeah.
They help her slay and or get in the way of her trying to slay
Right.
to comedic or horrifying effect.
And from my kind of recollection in the times where I've watched it, it's purposefully a little kind of outrageous. Like it's quite vampy. Is that right? I don't mean vampy as in vampires. I mean, it's quite
That is
showy.
the trick. And why I didn't like the movie is because the writing is very sparkly, but if you play it, if you vamp it, if you play it arch, as we like to say, it's half as good as it should be. And the trick was to play it straight, to play it as if there's no comedy at all. And at that point, it becomes howlingly hilarious. But you just have to play it as if you're doing David Mamet.
Right.
And then suddenly everyone thinks you're a funny person, but basically.
Supposedly that's how Leslie Nielsen always approached his roles in Airplane and Police Squad. He played it as if it was completely serious and everyone around him is playing a joke. And he's just like, I'm a detective and I'm trying to solve this crime. And it becomes incredibly funny.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And like all great kind of TV shows like that, it has its through stories but every week there'll be something exciting or weird, or a new villain comes in, or a new story that makes it interesting and brilliant. And I wanted to ask you, but I didn't think we'd get to it so early, but with your musical background, the musical episode of Buffy, I think is the only time that I can think of where an episodic has got that right, where it was just brilliant. And I've seen a lot of shows do it, where they try to make a musical.
ER did it.
ER,
That's just nuts.
ER did it?
Yeah, ER did it.
Grey's Anatomy did
Grey's
it.
Anatomy.
A lot of shows have done it, but
I'm trying to think of a few others that did it.
That is maybe one of my favorite episodes.
Really?
It's brilliant.
Yeah, we were horrified when we were asked to do a musical.
Really?
We thought this show was getting flushed down the drain.
Yeah.
Jumping the shark.
Yeah, like most of the actors very rightly thought, you hired me to be a one camera dramatic / comedic actor. That's my wheelhouse. Don't ask me to do something I'm not good at.
Yeah.
You're going to ruin my career. I think Sarah, who played Buffy, asked to juggle chainsaws. She said, you can start them up. I'll juggle real chainsaws rather than have to sing. It'll be safer for my career.
Wow.
Right.
And they had a point, actually.
But it was well received, the musical episode.
Yeah. Tony Head and I, we were comfortable singing, but I didn't think the songs were very good. Because Joss gave us a cassette tape of him singing the song.
Right.
And as a singer, he's a really good writer.
Did he
really good.
Did he write the songs?
Yeah. But he was playing them on the piano. I don't know. I'm a punk rocker, and I was just like, this is terrible.
Right.
This is terrible. And we were all wrong. He knew what he was doing. And,
he does seem to know what he's doing. That.
And what do you think when you watch it now? Do you like that episode?
Oh, it's fabulous.
I think it's brilliant.
It's delightful. Yeah.
Like that, I think that's a difficult thing to do, to take and make it a musical.
And it's so bizarre when you first hear it. I wonder what was the first show that ever did that.
Yeah.
Because there was an all-musical cop show that only ran for like half a season. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it might have been
do
called...
very well.
No, it might have been called Cop Land or something like that.
Yeah.
Did terrible. I know ER did it. You said Grey's Anatomy did it.
Yeah.
There's a couple more
There's
that we're
a
missing
few
out.
more. I think like Arrow or The Flash, they've done it.
They definitely pitched it very casually to us when we were doing Lost. I remember it being floated around. What about a musical version? And everyone was like, absolutely not. We're not doing a musical version. No one will do it.
Especially as you were the musician in that show. They'd have wanted you to really stand out.
I think I would have been really...
You would have been brilliant.
I think Jorge Garcia and I were like, that'd be fun. But I think everyone else was kind of like, what? That makes no sense. And it kind of doesn't make sense until probably this Buffy episode where you go, well, what about that as an example? That seems silly, but look, it works,
That's the one I always look back at and I think that really worked. Whatever they did, how did that work? Why did it work? But for some reason it did.
I didn't make it, man. I was just in it. So I can't even answer that question.
Joss Whedon, who, I mean, you must be a massive Joss Whedon fan, right? Because he did Firefly and Serenity, and you're a massive.
Yeah,
Firefly
I
and
really
Serenity
love
fan.
that. I love Buffy.
You
I
know,
love
Billy
a lot of
loves
stuff.
sci-fi. Like he's a.
Yeah, I'm
Me
a big
too.
sci-fi. Yeah, I love it.
Me too.
In fact, talking about sci-fi, you've got a Captain Kirk light right now.
Oh,
Can you
do
see
I
that?
really?
Yeah, you've got
I
the
am
moving.
You
Yeah.
just
Oh,
right
yeah.
across your eyes.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
he had
Get
that
right in.
lighting.
Yeah.
You've got that right there.
Right there. Find it right there.
You
There
see
it is,
it?
baby.
You see it?
Bones. Scotty, you
You
gotta
look
get those engines
fantastic.
going or
Do
you're
you-
fired.
I'm sure you don't mind me saying you look fantastic, James.
I don't mind. Well, I have the Kirk light. I can't look bad.
He did. Have you seen that in Star Trek? He has this weird
Well,
lighting. all the time.
always.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
He's got just this weird, just strip of light along his eyes. Where did that come from in the
Can you imagine
Starship?
producing it and Bill's asking for that lighting and like, I don't, just give it to him. We got to get the scene.
Well,
Oh
you've
my
got
God.
it. It looks great.
Yeah, stick with it. So now, how often are you at these conventions, James? Of an average year, like pre-COVID, I should say.
Try to do no more than 2 a month,
Okay.
just because the travel gets, it's a lot of energy. They're high energy
It is.
events, and I like to talk with Buffy fans because I'm a fan of Buffy, the
Mhm.
show. But I'm a fan of the writing, which I
Right.
didn't do, so I'm not bragging. But I Buffy fans tend to say like, "Oh, you like Buffy? Let's talk."
Right.
Like it's almost kind of a hidden handshake.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I fit in with the Buffy fans. So I have a great time doing them. It's just the travel gets me and the different time zones and stuff. So
Where's the furthest flung you've gone on a convention?
Australia.
Oh yeah, so as far
Yeah.
as you can go, really.
Yeah.
I
And
did it.
any
But, like-
time I've seen you at a convention, like if everyone's having dinner at night or meeting for a drink, say I'm meeting someone for a drink, I
Oh,
never
busy,
see
busy.
James, and I've always wondering, where does he go? What does he do? And I found out.
Okay.
I found out.
Yeah. Where did you go?
He's in his room.
Yeah.
You'll like this.
Yeah.
He travels with a PlayStation.
Is that right?
And he sits and he plays games. So much so that he made a show out of it
Wow.
called Vidiots.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a video shop in Santa Monica called Vidiots.
That's right.
That had closed down by the time we started, so they couldn't sue us. So.
Oh, well done.
Which
Woof.
years ago, because Billy's usually lived on the west side while he's been in LA, and back when we used to go to video shops, you used to call Videoits. And I would go, no, it's Vidiots. And you're like, no, it's Videoits.
It's
I was
spelled-
like, why is it Videoits? It makes no sense for it to be Videoits.
And I called his show Videowits as well when I first.
I thought that was just your Scottish kind of
That was
flair.
me. Say it like I see it. You know what I mean?
Vidiots. That's what I kept saying. I was like,
Videoits.
it's idiots, Vidiots. You're like, no.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So what's been your journey with what we would call computer games or video games in your life, and how's that gone?
I remember the first one I got, I was just so poor for so long that I couldn't afford video games. But I remember when one of the Mario games came out, it was 64 or something.
Yeah.
And this is in the 80s in Chicago. And my then wife and I, we gave each other the console and that one game.
Yeah.
And that's all we could afford. And it got us through a whole Chicago winter. It was fabulous.
What was the game?
It was the Super Mario Brothers
Super Mario
64, whatever it was.
Right.
And
Because that was the same console that had the Mario Kart, right? The 64.
I guess, but we couldn't. We
Sony
blew
won.
all the money on the one cartridge in the one game,
Right,
but
right.
that's all that we needed. And then that was it. I didn't really play video games again until I got down here and started making money on television. And then I guess it was the PS3. No, I got the PS2.
Yeah.
And started playing that with my son. And then that was just bit, and I just played everything.
And do you play like just when you're traveling, or will you go home tonight and play something?
I have enough time for about an hour a day.
All right.
Yeah, and I always feel like I deserve more, but
Well,
I never
Don't
get
we
it.
all? Don't we all?
But I tell you what, me and Dom love this game called League of Legends,
Yeah.
and we're always trying to get people on our team because we're trying to go pro.
See, now this is the problem. This is like multiplayer, so
Yeah.
you play with human beings.
Oh yeah.
No, I
No,
don't.
you're playing with us.
Okay, 'cause,
James,
like,
you'll love it.
You don't like playing with other humans. You like a self-contained, you and the
I
computer.
like to play against a computer program that is very finely tuned to let me win.
Ah,
You know,
Yeah.
I don't like to be beaten.
so you like to win.
I do.
You might not like League of Legends.
I read that when a male loses, his testosterone level drops.
Is that
So
right?
I just feel like on a health basis, it's
Yeah.
better for me.
Well, here's
For
the
your
thing with League of
balls, yeah.
Legends.
It's important for your balls.
Yeah, it's very important.
Exactly.
So with
Well
League of
said.
Legends, not only do you lose, which I lose all the time.
We all do.
But because we don't, it's a team of 5. So sometimes it's just me and Dom, or me, Dom, and one other. So there's 2 people that we don't know, or 3 people that we don't know on our team.
Yeah.
And they will say things to me like, never play this game again.
Yeah.
Honestly, they will write that.
Delete this game. You are the worst player I've ever seen. And sometimes even worse stuff that I'm not even going to say because it's kind of hateful and awful.
This is why.
Yeah.
I'm cynical enough about human beings. If I get online, like we were, Mark and I did videos together.
He's great.
We went on and did multiplayer on, I think, some Star Wars game. And we were so bad that it devolved into, can you last 4 seconds?
Wow.
And I would count up 1, 1,000, 2, smack, dead.
Wow.
Respawn, 1, 1,000, dead. And he got to 4 one time before somebody got
Well, this thing, the average game is 35, 40 minutes or something like that, and you'll die multiple times. But I turn off the chat, and we talked about this.
Yeah.
So I turn off the allied chat
Yeah.
and the enemy chat. So no one speaks to me. No one can speak to me. But Billy has it on.
I have it
For
on
both,
and it's terrible.
For even the bad guys, even the enemy.
Everything.
Yeah.
I hear what they're all saying about me. It's awful.
In the League of Legends community, they call that flaming. When people flame you.
They really do flame you.
But
as
it doesn't
well.
bother you.
Well, no, it does.
It does bother him.
It does. So
Yeah.
turn it off.
Yeah, maybe I need to.
But he's not a very fast typer when he's playing the game. So I think sometimes Billy wants to like pause the game and then type something kind of sweet and switched on, like, why would you be so cruel? But you never have time. So you're just like, he said something mean to me. I'm always like, turn it off, Billy, turn it off. It's not helping your game. But I will say, and we know this, the average, because you can go professional with this game. There are professional gamers that do it for a living and all that kind of stuff. The average professional, the top 1% highest level players of League of Legends on the planet that do it for a living win 50% of the time. They win half of their games.
Yeah.
The other half they lose. So there's no shame in us losing 6 games in a row, which happens quite often.
Yeah.
But you've recently become much improved.
I've got a little bit better. Yeah. People don't say as horrible things anymore.
I'm terrible.
Testosterone levels have went through the roof. I tell you what,
knackers
James.
must be massive.
Yeah.
If I'm playing against a computer and I lose, I'm like, F you, buddy. I have a magic button. And I go to settings, easy, click, and suddenly he's meat. And
Back in your...
boom. Because there's the difficulty setting.
Yeah.
Easy, medium, and hard or whatever. And I'm like, I usually play on medium, but if I run into any trouble, I'm like, I've got a magic button. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That'd be a good button
done,
for life.
And what is that game? What is the game that you play more often than not?
They always change. I like big world games where you
Same.
can explore and also shoot people in the face.
So,
Kind of like find stuff.
fantasy or like real stuff? Do you like Call of Duty or do you like Skyrim or World of Warcraft?
All of it.
Because I like the big world things as well.
Yeah.
I like the game starting and the basic next 3 or 4 hours of the kind of gradual tutorial is we're going to introduce you into a very overwhelming world and we're going to allow you to figure it all out for yourself. Those are my favorite types of games.
Far Cry 6, I'm enjoying.
Oh, okay. All
Far Cry is great. That series is great because like you'll just be trying to do be trying to get from A to B to do your mission and suddenly like a leopard will just come out of nowhere and give you trouble, or like some rebels will be fighting the government and then they get in your way and you have to deal with that. And just like, it's chaos. It's just like, I can't, and you like forget, why was I walking up the hill anyway? I'm just trying to survive at this point.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Yeah.
I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey right now, or I was during the last job that I did. And it's all based in ancient Greece and a lot of historical things. So you're meeting historical characters and being involved in historical events where someone's being executed or there's a council or there's a group of people teaching a certain idea. And these are things that actually happened in ancient Greece at that time. So there's a level of education going on at the same time. But I love the big world.
I love Assassin's Creed for that reason.
It's very cool.
And the last time I think I saw you play a game, weren't you starting to wear the things?
Like virtual reality.
Actually going into the game.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that?
I'm waiting for the graphics to get a little better. I think once they come out with the new virtual reality for the new PlayStation, there will be improved. They're going to have eye tracking for it and everything, and I think it's going to be more immersive. Right now, it's a little It's okay. Like for Resident Evil 7, they had not the most recent Resident Evil called Village, but the one before that, they had a virtual reality. That was fabulous.
That's a horror type vibe, right?
Yeah.
I can't play horror games.
Oh, do not play
scared?
that one.
Do you get scared?
Well, I do get scared,
Do you?
but it's not necessarily that I won't play it because I get scared, which I might do.
Yeah.
I just, unfortunately for me, I find it leaks into a slight sense of negativity for me in some way. My next day, I'm like, the world is a grimy, dirty place that's trying to attack me. Like when I played GTA 3, when I first came to LA, I played Grand Theft Auto 3 for months. And now when I hear woo a siren, I don't think here comes the police or an ambulance. I think I'm in the game, and also the driving in the game. It started to leak into the way that I was driving around the streets of LA, and I thought that's probably not a good idea. The great thing that I love about League of Legends is it's so bizarre and it's so outlandish, the characters that you play, that you could never really think it's real life. It's such a fantasy, right?
Yeah.
You got something weird on your eyebrow.
What is it?
Just maybe the way it's growing.
What's the word you like to say?
Detritus.
Is it detritus?
Did you have a little bit of detritus? Well, should we? Oh, we got a riddle. Should we do a riddle now?
Shall we? The first riddle, and they're all from John. They're all from, is that from Johnny Clues?
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny Clues. That's our normal producer. He's not here.
Okay.
We don't know where he is.
No, we don't.
He's not been here for 2 weeks.
He's abandoned us, but to be fair, I prefer Mackenzie.
Do you?
On you go, Mackenzie.
All right, first one. You see a boat filled with people. It has not sunk, but when you look again, you don't see a single person on the boat. Why?
All right, everyone just calm down for a second.
Well, if the boat had sunk, you wouldn't see the boat either, would you?
Good point. You see a boat filled with people. It has not sunk, but when you look again at the boat, you don't see a single person.
I've got it.
You've been struck blind.
No, I think I've got it.
Go on.
They're all married.
Yep.
There's no single person. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is the correct answer.
Hey, that is great, Billy.
Good boy.
Well done. Nice work on the riddle solving. That was
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Logic.
Give us
That's
number
all that
2.
was, logic.
Come on, Mackenzie.
Right.
Give us number 2.
What English word has 3 consecutive double letters?
3 consecutive.
Terrible. No.
3 consecutive double letters.
Come on, James. You're a man of the theatre, a man of words. No doubt a Shakespeare
Not of
scholar.
spelling.
That's difficult. Mackenzie, do you have the answer there?
I do.
And also, she'd probably get it because she's Mackenzie
Mackenzie
Grammar.
Grammar.
Messianic.
Do you think
Mm.
would we get it very easily if you gave us the first letter of the
Giggle.
word?
No.
No, it's 3.
What?
Billy, your podcast is going to make me look stupid now.
No.
Oh
Just,
my God, I've got to
No,
go
well-
call my publicist. This is train wreck.
If she gives, do you think
All
that would
right.
be fair?
First letter of the word is B.
Is B.
bubble.
No, it's 3.
What? Consecutive double letters. Bar.
Boo,
Boo.
boo.
When one says 3 consecutive double letters, that just means that the letters are double. They're not like B, B, C, C, D, D.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So it's
consecutive.
consecutive doesn't even need to be in the riddle.
Wait a minute.
3
What does?
double
So
letters.
it's not
Okay.
consecutive.
No, it is. It's consecutive.
No, but so they're not right next to each other. It's not like B B U U.
No, it'd be
D,
like-
D.
They
M-
are, but it doesn't have to be like, like alphabetically, like in order. But it's 2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it
without a
is
vowel or anything in between them.
Right.
One of them might be a vowel.
Yeah, I
They
think
would
they are.
probably-
right.
Probably.
So it's
Double
Right.
O.
when do you get a double vowel in a word?
Well, look, I think the last
O.
of the double letters.
Ooh,
Double
oh,
E.
ooh.
I think the last of the double letters is an S. So it'd be something like meaningfulness. Then you got the 2 S's at the end, and then we're looking for 2 before that. I bet the last 2 is an S.
And
N
I think a
is
double
often
O
doubled.
for the vowel would make
Yeah.
sense.
Bubbliness. That's 2. We're just looking
But
for.
are the double letters right next to each other?
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
will give you a hint. It's not. It does not end with an S.
It doesn't end with an
Oh,
S. I've
that's-
ruined it, guys.
Right, give
Is-
us. Here's a hint you could give us. What does the word mean?
Oof, is that too much of an easy clue?
No.
I
Is
think
it-
that would give it away.
Yes,
It's,
see, I told you. Is it a word
it's a
that we
type
know?
of person.
A type of person.
Do we use it in normal English vocabulary, or would it be kind of a unique word that you don't hear that often?
I wouldn't say it's super unique that you wouldn't hear it too often, but
Malicious?
it starts with a B.
We-
And it's a way. It's
Bubblicious.
a way to describe.
Bubblicious.
It's a way to describe a person, a personality trait.
It's a way to describe
Someone's
a person's
job.
job.
Person's
Oh,
job.
A job. British job.
Why is it British?
I mean, because she said it was a British job.
No, I didn't. A
No, she
British
didn't.
job?
You're drunk. What's anything about a British job?
It's a job that's done all over. Would this job be done in Australia?
Sure.
China?
Mhm.
Bulgaria?
Yes. Okay, let me.
A way
I'll give you
to
another hint without
describe-
giving it away. It's something that we probably see every day that this person does. It starts with a
Policeman?
B.
I'm just going to sit in my Kirk light so I appear intelligent.
Yeah, just
rather than
one
have
eye.
to prove that I
It
am
does-
or not.
Meaning.
Your Kirk lights only went to one eye now.
What English word has 3 consecutive double letters, and it's a way to describe a job?
Someone's job.
Someone's job. Meaning.
James, are you still thinking? You look as
Deep
if you're,
thoughts.
you're acting as if you're
It's
thinking.
tending more toward philosophy, so I'm not being helpful.
But
I don't. I think
Well-
at this point, I don't think we're going to get to
I
it.
think we will. Is the job in some way
Magical.
If you
Haberdasher.
open,
a book binder,
No.
open a librarian,
Open.
Bibliographer.
bibliothèque. Is it that? Does it begin with bib?
it's not biblioteca, but it has to do with that.
Has to do with reading.
What?
or
Just as a
reading.
hint, what are the first 3 syllables of the word?
Literary. Literary.
Just as a hint.
As a hint.
Yeah.
Has to do with reading.
Litany.
It's someone's job.
Yeah.
Librarian.
But we see it
Li-
every day. having to
Another
do with a
another
book.
word.
Another word for a librarian.
See, I don't.
A bibliographer. A bub.
Biographer, but
A bib. Is it bibli? Does it start with bibli?
Mm-mm.
That's only 2 syllables. That's
But-
allowable.
Bar.
I can give you another hint.
Yeah,
go
So the first part of the word is book.
book, bookworm, bookish, bookishness, bookish,
Bookish.
Book-
Bookie.
Bookie. Bookie.
We're not very good at this one, are we? Bookie,
It ends with
bookmakering,
It ends with an R.
bookmaker, bookmaker.
Bookmaker.
close.
Bookmarker.
Bookbinder.
Book.
Bookbinder.
Beep.
Bookkeeper.
Yes.
Bookkeeper.
I gotta sit my life. I gotta sit my life. That was easy.
James Marsters, the master of riddles.
1 point for James, 1 point for Bill. That means I have to get this, otherwise I'm going to stab myself.
It's a disappointment.
Yeah, it is. Okay, thanks,
Put
Mackenzie.
a
Give us
timer
the
on
last
this one because we can't do a whole hour on it.
Yeah.
on Josh Riddles.
All right. A woman shoots her husband, then holds him underwater for 5 minutes. Next, she hangs him. Right after, they enjoy a lovely dinner. Explain.
She's a cannibal.
She's a what?
Cannibal.
I thought you said a cantaloupe.
No.
She's a male.
A cannibal.
Shoots the husband. Is she a cinematographer?
Is she a cannibal?
director?
No.
I'm so good.
Shoots the husband as in with a camera. Is she shooting him in a show, in a TV show? Holds him underwater for 5 minutes. Oh, she's a photographer. She shoots him with a camera. She takes the film, puts it in the processing thing in the water, and she hangs him over the bath so that he dries. And
If that's
right
not the
after,
answer,
they have
it
a
should
lovely
be.
dinner because they.
Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. She took his picture and developed it in a dark room.
One for you, one for James, one for
Damn.
Dan. We absolutely kicked it in the
Congrats,
ass.
Could
guys.
not have been better. Mackenzie, thank you. Thank you for the hint.
Thank you, Mackenzie Grammer.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Grammar. There's
Brilliant.
never drama with Mackenzie Grammar.
Now, James, let's talk
Fine,
about
fine.
your band a little bit because Billy's in
Yeah.
a band too. Ghost of the Robot. Where are you guys at with that? And how did it come about?
We are working on our 5th album,
Wow.
and the bassist, Kevin, is finally letting us know that he writes songs.
Oh.
And he is writing incredibly good songs.
He might be like Paul McCartney. He might be.
Wow. He might be. A new one that he just gave us was San Francisco, and it's just so beautiful.
Oh, brilliant.
I had been asked to play clubs around Los Angeles when I was doing Buffy. Someone asked me in an interview, "Do you play any musical instruments?" And I said, "Yeah, guitar." And I told him I used to play in clubs when I was 13 years old, only playing James Taylor. I refused to play anything but James Taylor songs.
Lovely.
So that went out. And somebody that owned a club, I think it was 14 Below in Santa Monica, had the bright idea, well, if we get this guy, if we book him, it doesn't matter if he's any good or not. We'll sell a lot of tickets because he's on television. Right. Sure enough, I went and did it, and I wasn't very good. But we sold a lot of tickets. And so other clubs started asking me. And my nadir was playing the Key Club, which is a big, big club in Los Angeles. Mm. And I wasn't very good, and I knew it. And they came backstage and they said, "Pink is in the audience. She's a fan. She can't wait to hear you sing." And I was like, "Oh no, this is horrible. And sure enough, by the end of the show, Pink was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, that's
she just like ran for the exit. Like,
I wonder how long she lasted.
Oh, probably, I don't know, like 3 bars. I don't know.
Quite fancy Pink.
Do you?
Do you fancy her?
No, you fancy James?
Awesome.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
I've always been quite attracted. I liked her punky haircut.
I find it amazing that she can sing while she's up on, like, thrown around on cables and all that.
She's an athlete. Right?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so you were doing that as a solo show.
Yeah, so I would try to get better, and I would rehearse, and I had a microphone, and I had and I had what my neighbors were calling the karaoke machine. They hated me for this. And I was doing that, and this 17-year-old kid came up to my door and said, "I'm hearing your music. My name is Charlie. I just moved to town, and I have a band up in Sacramento called Power Animal. We were getting radio play up there, and we cut an album, and I'm trying to sell it down here." And we started talking, and he gave me one of his CDs, and I listened to it. It was just freaking amazing, just so surprising, and so, I don't know, singular. It had a singular sound to it.
Yeah.
And he tried to shop the album, and what do you know? Couldn't get in the door. Mm-hmm. We decided to we started talking about what kind of songs we liked, and we started playing music for each other, and we decided to start a band. And he said, "If you have your own guys for the rhythm section, for drums and bass, I'll be doing lead. You can do rhythm guitar, but we need drums and bass. I've got 2 guys that were in Power Animal. I think they're really good. If you have your own guys, of course, but maybe want to listen to my guys too." And I said, "Sure. Why don't we have them out to LA? What are they doing next weekend?" He goes, "Well, next weekend, they're right now they're in New York playing jazz at Lincoln Center, but they'll be back in a week and a half." And I was like, "And how old are they?" And he's like 16 and 17. I was like, "Yeah, let's have them out. Let's go meet these people." And so I met Kevin and Aaron, and they were just absolutely fabulous. They had the combination of jazz, which meant they could bubble, but they had the power of youth. They were just driving. And within a month, we were cutting our first album. And as soon as that was pressed, we toured it out to Europe and did a bunch of 2 major European tours, a lot of shows all around the U.S. And we're still together.
And why Ghost of the Robot? What's that about?
I was concerned that, like, by this time I was famous because of Buffy. And I was concerned that I was going to make money, I was going to get success, and at the end of the whole process, I was going to end up a douchebag. And at that point, this whole experience was going to be a bad thing in my life if that happened. So I was concerned that I would become like the Tin Man, that this success was, because I think that success is bad for the human soul. I think it tempts me to think that I'm different than other people, that other people can't understand my problems, and that I can't connect with people. Mm-hmm. And so I was concerned that I would be like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, hollow on the inside. Right. And Charlie was like, that's great. I think of myself as a robot, like an R2-D2. This is a 17-year-old talking.
Right.
It's like I'm in the desert of Tatooine, and I'm trying to get over the rocks, and I can barely get from A to B on my wheels. And then a woman will come along like a pterodactyl, swoop down and scoop me up and take me up to the clouds. And it's amazing, amazing. And then she drops me and I fall to earth and bam, crash. And then I've got to figure out how to get myself back up on my wheels and continue my journey. And so the central idea, and I was like, robot, that's a nice image. And we came to Ghost because that was kind of like what I was afraid that I would lose, the internal, So we were talking about Ghost, we were talking about robot, and at some point the band, I went over to one of their houses and they were like, we came up with it, it's Robot Ghost, it's obvious. And I was like, okay, that's great. Robot Ghost is really good, actually. But if you flip it around, if you can go Ghost of the Robot, it's dun, 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 dun. Rhythmically, it's just kind of nice.
Yeah, it's easier on the ear, isn't it? Ghost of the Robot instead of Robot Ghost.
Yeah.
It's a great name for a band.
Yeah.
That's and that thinking that you had of, going through sort of fame and at the end of it thinking, oh, actually that was a bad thing. Did that come, do you think, because you started off in theatre, right?
Yeah.
And you had your own theatre company, like your actual theatre company. You were producer of a theatre company. Could you talk a little bit about that? So you were at drama school in New York?
Mm-hmm. At Juilliard, yeah.
So you did Juilliard. Tell us what happened when you left there then.
Well, they kicked me out.
Oh.
So, they said that I was no good at acting and I should
really?
quit before I got
At
better.
what point in your training was that?
They cut half the class at 2 years.
Right.
And
that's
they cut
standard.
me at that time.
That's what they did.
Well,
Did
they
they
don't do
always
that
do that?
anymore because it was really, really cruel.
Very cool.
Yeah, but they did it back then.
Did you still pay for
Wow.
the full thing, or did they give you half your money back?
I didn't pay for it. I was on scholarship.
I mean, in general, when that used to happen, would they give you half your money back when they kick you out halfway through?
No, I think because you just pay year to year,
Oh,
one bit at a time. So, yeah, I was...
well, that's painful, isn't
that's
it?
awful.
It's horrible.
As an actor, that's just like...
I mean, we're used to being rejected in terms of you didn't get the job, you didn't get that, they gave the job to someone else, but we will not allow you to train to be an actor anymore. That's
That is...
brutal.
It's really
Especially
brutal.
from an acting school who knows how painful that must...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is... Wow,
But
that's
it
really
lit the fire in my belly. The old,
Oh, did it?
Oh, yeah.
But it could have went the other way.
Yeah.
Easy, and I'm sure it does for a
For
lot
some
of people.
yeah.
And well, it convinces a lot of people that it's not a fun thing to do, when in fact it really is. It's just, it's not fun to get the job, but the job is actually really fun.
Well, we all have to get used to rejection in our being successful actors. We all have to be very good with rejection because a huge amount of our job is rejection.
Yeah, and you know what helped me with that was having a theater company, was doing casting.
Right.
Because we would have mammoth casting sessions because we couldn't pay a lot of money, so we knew that we were going to be trying to find the young actors that were destined to go on and be fully professional. But we had to grab those people out of the sea of people around them and find them. So we once a month, we would spend the whole weekend auditioning people.
Right.
And of course, when you're casting a specific play, you have to go through the auditions for that as well. And you just realize there's so much more than just how good of a person they are or how beautiful they are or how any of the things that I would assume was the reason I didn't get a role might not be it at all.
Mm-hmm.
It might just be the height of stacking up, with the other cast, or it just might be might be a million things.
Yeah.
And that really helped me. I remember when I came down to Los Angeles, I was like, you know what? Someone's looking for me today, right now.
Yeah.
They woke up this morning hoping to meet me, although they never met me. They've got in their mind, they want specifically me, and we're probably not going to meet each other.
Right.
But if I can keep going out and meeting people, at some point, I'm going to meet that person because it's a big town.
Yeah.
Someone's looking for me all the time.
Yeah.
I've just got to keep out there until we meet.
I remember having an audition where I walked through the door. I've told you this story before. And the lady looked up. As I walked through the door, the lady looked up and went, "No." And I just went,
Oh.
and as I turned around, there was a height thing on the
Was
side.
it really?
And it was like 6'1" or 6'2", so I was way up. It's like, you won't even let me just read it.
No.
Awful.
Dom knows this story. When I started drama school, because I went to drama school in Scotland, and the head of the school came in to give the actors of that year their talk for entering the school, and they did that thing of, if anyone here feels like they can do anything else, please go and do it. He says, because an actor it's a different art. He says, if you're a painter, people will say, I hate that painting. If you're a poet, they'll hate the poem. But if you're an actor, they hate you.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, and that is a painful thing to go through your life, you know. And, you know, and there's something in your story of Julia. I can't believe they would do that. I didn't know that, not just about you, but about historically.
Yeah.
They would get rid of half the class and say, you shouldn't be here.
Well, they took a special umbrage to me because because at one point I was in a it was our first play of the first year, and it was the they called it the Discovery play, and we were doing Troilus and Cressida, which is not one of Shakespeare's best.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. It was being directed by one of the best Broadway actors ever, Marion Seldes, just luminous.
Right.
And as good as she is as an actor, that's how bad she is.
Oh,
she's dead now, so it's hard to see.
God rest her soul.
Sorry. You know it's true. So I had come from a 2-year program in Southern California that was very, very good. That was apprenticeship, where you just watch really good actors go from first rehearsal to final performance. And the directors were some of the finest on the West Coast. It was really a good experience.
Right.
And I was not used to being in bad plays or just unspeakably horrible plays. And Marion just kept saying, oh, my birds, keep exploring, you go. And the thing is just unwatchable. And we're 3 days away from an audience. And I'm like, I'm at Juilliard, and this is horrible. There's got to be a reason for this. There's something that I need to figure out.
Yeah.
Why is it called the Discovery play? And I started asking around, and no one could tell me why it was called this. And I said, okay, that's the test. We got to figure out what are we supposed to discover? And then I thought, maybe it's not our discovery. Maybe it's the school's discovery of the kind of class that we are. If we're left to our own devices, are we going to tell a story, or are we just going to
Right.
off,
Yeah.
you know? If no one gives us help? And I said, well, this class has me. So I stood up and I said, guys, this is unbearably boring. This is horrible. The kind of stuff we're doing is great for the first week of rehearsal, but we've got to make choices. We've got to tell a story, because people are going to come and share a piece of their life with us that they'll never get back. And on some level, they'll never forgive us if we waste that time. Yeah. So let's make some choice. Let's block the play, please. And I apparently was wrong. That wasn't the discovery we're supposed to make. It was just that Marion was a bad director, and they thought I was just, this upstart young actor that knew better than everybody. Right. And they labeled me as a jerk, and they just rode me for 2 years until they kicked me out.
Oh, great. And then what? So you're in New York. You're not in school anymore.
I'm trying to. By the time I get out of Juilliard, it's in the mid '80s, and the property rates had gone so far up in Manhattan that all of the entry level theaters had closed down. All of off Broadway, all that stuff was gone.
Right.
And I was trying to break into the larger houses. No one wanted to see me. And so I was just bartending, and my girlfriend at the time, who later became my wife and producing partner, she came and said, I am going to Chicago. That's where it's all at right now. It's not happening. Theater's not really happening in New York right now, but it's bubbling in Chicago. So I'm going. If you want to come with me, that's fine. If you don't, see you later. So I followed the woman out to Chicago and found a city that was absolutely on fire. You couldn't walk 10 blocks in Chicago without some little theater, some play happening in some little storefront somewhere. It was just electric.
And that's where you started your company?
Yeah.
Did you find a space and then just thought, I'm going to do it? Or did you rent spaces?
Rented.
Okay.
Rented. It was when we only did 2 shows in Chicago, but the second one was a hit. And at that point we thought, okay, we need a permanent space, and we need to get a board of directors. We need to plant roots. And the question was, do we want to die in Chicago? And it gets cold in Chicago, man.
The Windy City.
Oh my God. And so it was also happening in Seattle. That was bubbling up. There were plays coming out of Seattle, and they were being produced elsewhere. And that seemed like another center at the time. I was in the early 90s, I guess. And moved out to Seattle. And that's when we got a permanent space. And that's when we kind of we started churning out plays once a month.
Have you been to Seattle?
How about, yes.
Amazing coffee.
But Starbucks?
Well, that is where Starbucks is from, right?
Pete's.
But I also thought that alongside, is it Portland, Oregon, that also has like a crazy, crazy coffee scene? But
That whole area.
Seattle. I remember being in Seattle thinking, man, I wonder if Billy's been there because the coffee was just amazing.
Yeah, I love coffee.
Cafe
Loved
culture.
it.
It had a cafe culture before Starbucks really took off around other places, but it was like Paris and Seattle.
Right.
Do you still do theatre? Do you ever do theatre now?
No, because I mean, like I'm thinking of doing this again. There's a LA Theater Works is a great thing here in LA where you rehearse for like 4 days and then you read the play in front of a live audience. You have 4 performances and then that is recorded and put out on NPR.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Radio play.
And so I've done a lot of plays with them. And I haven't done that for a while. But basically, you do a play and they ask for 3 months of your life. And I've got kids in college and theater doesn't pay. I mean, the whole reason I came down here was to get them through college. And I told my kids, like, you get the grades, I'll find the money.
Okay.
Go. And they have taken me up on this. And now my daughter is pursuing a doctorate in mathematics and my son's in law school. So they're just like, oh, you'll pay for, I'll get the grades. No problem. So they're doing everything I hope for, but it means that for a few more years anyway.
You've got to make money.
Yeah, but I have this dream that I will go back to theater for sure.
Running radio play ever.
Oh, boy.
Now,
James, do you want to introduce?
Well, I said to James about the Eat the World thing, and he sent a very nice note back to me that made me laugh quite heavily. So, do you want to introduce it, or shall I read the note?
Oh, read the note. That's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're all uninterested, whichever.
Yeah. So as I said to James, you know,
I like this.
Me and Dom do this Eat the World segment, and we'd like you to bring. We like people to talk about food that maybe they had growing up, or neighborhood, or you know, something from the country that they come from.
Right.
Something that reminds them of growing up. And you said that sounds like fun. My mother, God rest her soul. Can I read all of this? Is that
please,
okay?
Yeah.
Well, my mother, God rest her soul, was a terrible cook. Just inexplicably horrible. Maybe she had a medical condition, stunted taste buds, shriveled palate, Lord only knows. Point is, I have memory of boiled lima beans that are so bad as to be emotionally scarring. So if you guys could take cheap frozen lima beans, boil them up so they're very dry, like desiccated, serve them without salt or butter, seeing your faces eat them might heal my blackened heart.
That's what we've got.
So we thought that was fantastic, and we've got Mackenzie to cook up some lovely, lovely lima beans.
Now, is it Lima or Lima? Would you say Lima or Lima?
I would say Lima, but
Well, I would
wouldn't
say
say
Lima
it
as
because
well.
it's
Well, you haven't been. You've been saying. Okay. Lima beans. Great. Now, so when your mum would make this, would this be a side dish? Would it come with some chicken and some other vegetables, or would it just be a bowl of...
No, that would be the vegetable of the day. You know?
Okay.
And there
So
would
this
be
would
some,
be-
like, dried pork chop there, or like chicken livers. She loved that chicken liver.
My dad likes chicken livers, barbecued chicken livers. Here comes
Here
Leapor.
comes Leapor.
Oh, he's brought napkins. That's
Come on.
I
let's
think
get
that's
some
if
of
you're
these.
wretch.
Right.
okay. I'm a fan of beans. Oh, okay. I am messy. I'm good. Oh, really?
Now, if you don't gag, I'm going to claim that Mackenzie is a better cook than my mom. That's what I'm going to say.
Now we have.
Unless
like
you
a
go,
bean, me.
Now we
like
have. You like a bean?
I like
don't
a
you?
bean.
What is it? A legume?
Yeah, legume.
Mhm.
I like
Now-
a butter bean. Like my dad, I like a butter bean, a haricot bean. I like a
they're
lima
similar
bean.
to a butter bean.
Okay, I'm okay with it. But
Oh,
Should
no.
do you want to
I'm just kidding.
shelve your
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah. So we've said to
Mackenzie,
Mackenzie.
grammar.
We've said to Mackenzie, make them exactly as James remembers them, with nothing, no
So
salt, no butter.
So talk us before we
Yeah.
try and James, just talk us through the preparation.
Dinner
and
time.
What we can expect.
I don't know
here.
how she did it because, as I said, I was a kid. And, you know, very quickly, what she was cunning at was, though, we immediately wanted to cook food. She did not have to get us to learn how to cook. We couldn't wait until we were
make your
allowed to
own.
cook our own food because we were just horrified about what we were having to eat. She
Right.
would set a timer. She would serve us stuff like this. And she would set a timer that we had to finish the food.
Oh.
It was.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah. So
here we are.
she just didn't.
And this
have
is
taste
why
buds, I think.
you found it quite easy to
And
be
I haven't.
vampiric thin.
Yeah. Because food is horrible.
You
so
haven't
don't eat
eaten
it.
them since? Do you have an
Since
aversion?
I have not.
Oh,
I
really?
have not. Not since
Right,
I
I'm
was
going to give
10 years
them
old.
a go.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Good job. Good job, Mackenzie.
I mean, they very quickly do
Oh, that's it.
desiccate in your mouth, don't they?
That's it.
Yeah, there's
It just sucks all the moisture out.
It's like
Yeah.
an astringent.
And and we'd have about that much, and you'd have to finish them.
Did
and
your
what would
mum-
and there'd be like a pork chop,
Oh, some dried out piece of meat.
did
nothing
your,
green.
Did
or
your
that.
mum serve them because she'd read an article saying that lima beans were really healthy or that they were good for you? Or was
I
there
don't
a
know
reason?
why.
Did she
Just-
like them? Would she wolf them down and be like, "What are you doing? They're fantastic."
I was consumed by my own misery and self-pity, and I
Yeah.
wasn't noticing her reaction to the lima beans at all. I was just feeling sorry for myself.
Here's the
These
thing.
are really horrible.
I mean,
That you did a good
I mean,
job.
it's completely dull.
bland.
Yeah.
And gritty, kind of
Yeah,
mealy.
correct.
Honestly, I don't think they're unpleasant.
Really?
They're just boring. They're just
Oh God.
neither
But we
here
also-
nor
But
there.
if you had them every week,
well, every week, yeah.
you know,
So see this.
they come in- why am I having another? I had one.
Yeah,
it-
don't put
Wow,
yourself through
I'm
too
having
much
a
time.
nightmare.
I actually quite like them.
So
They're
when
alright.
when I started playing in a band
Yeah.
with this guy Billy Johnson that I played in a band with,
BJ.
BJ, I would go up to his house and we'd play guitar together, you know, and dream about being in a rock band. And I remember his mum would bring his dinner in to his room while we were playing, and he used to open the window of his bedroom and just scrape the dinner up. He lived 2 up, so just into the backyard.
Wow, it was that bad.
Well, I don't know. I've mentioned it to him, but he's never really kind of told me the whole story. He wouldn't, but not the whole lot. But
Yeah.
I think he probably didn't like his mum to know that he'd left some.
What do you remember him scraping off baked beans and?
I can't even remember.
Did
but
she
I'll-
bring any food for you? Or it
No,
was just
I
a
don't think
subtle
so.
kind of message?
I think it was a subtle message. You shouldn't be here. I think.
That's pretty cool.
That's scav our food.
Now I used to love food. I still do. So I wonder why I didn't eat it rather than him. Maybe that's why it stuck in my head.
I got interested in magic because the trick was to get this kind of stuff into your lap, like get a napkin on your lap and pretend to eat it, and then get a little bit on your. When she wasn't looking, so you could like put it in your pants and get rid of it later. And I remember just thinking, magicians have it made. They can get that done. Really,
Well, my
really well.
parents laugh at me now, and we've all laughed at it when I became an adult, where they would, because I was a very fussy eater as a kid, and they said we would watch you as a kid, put something in your mouth, and then go, "I'll go to the toilet." And they go, "Yeah, you can go to the toilet. Have you got something in your mouth?" No. And then I'd come back and be like, "Okay, great." And then 2 minutes later, I'd do the same thing. And they said we would just sit there at dinner and just laugh at you, thinking that you were pulling the wool over our eyes, or like hiding stuff in the side of a chair and stuff like that.
Here's something I remember from
Very picky.
New Zealand.
Mm.
If you can tell
Not
me if
bad,
this is
these.
true or if I've made it up in my mind, but your brother came to visit, Matt, and
I know this
he
story.
cooked dinner,
Yeah.
and you hated it so much
Yeah.
that you ordered a pizza
Yeah, and he didn't know.
and stuck it in your spare room.
Yeah.
And then while you guys were at dinner, you just nip off to the spare room and have a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's true. So I love it now, but at the time, I had a strong aversion to broccoli. And my brother made like a broccoli bake, which is basically like oven baked broccoli with a bit of cheese and maybe some breadcrumbs and something. And he thought it was the bee's knees. And at the time, I love broccoli now. At the time, it was my least favorite vegetable.
Yeah.
So he made a big deal. I was at work all day and I came home and he was like, "Don't worry about dinner. I made you this big broccoli bake." And I was like, I'm not going to eat it. So I secretly ordered a pizza. When it showed up, big pizza, I hid it in my spare room. And then,
I love that you're
during dinner-
kind-hearted enough to hide the pizza.
Well, also, I didn't want to get teased because I knew that my brother, if he found out that I wasn't eating the broccoli bake, he'd give me a hard time because he always used to call me a little bird when I was a kid. He was like, "Oh, you eat your food like a little baby bird, like picking at something," which is true.
Uh-huh.
I'm quite picky. I have to say, James, I'm still eating these.
Okay, but the truth is,
I think it's your memory.
No, this
Right?
is also true. This is
Go
also
on.
true. A child has 4 times the amount of taste buds as an adult.
Is that right?
Yeah, our taste buds die off as we enter into adulthood. So we don't know the pain that we're putting kids through.
Right.
When they say, ew, this is horrible, it's because they're tasting something that we can't.
Right. That's why we get more accustomed to spicy food as we get older and stuff like that. Yep. Do you want to read a little blurb?
Is it Lima or Lima?
I think it's
Lima.
I would say lima.
Well,
I don't know.
Mackenzie has been kind enough to also cook some lima beans with some actual flavour in it. Have you?
Garlic and salt.
Yeah, so we've got some garlic, salt,
See,
bit
garlic
of a
saves
flavour.
anything.
So maybe you could have a taste. We could change your whole...
Maybe I will. That would...
And then you just absolutely love it. And let me see if you ended up loving it, James.
Okay.
Then the 20th of
No chance in
April
hell,
every
but yes.
year, 20th of April, you would love it because that's National Lima Bean Respect Day. Did you know that? It has a day. Everything has a day these days, doesn't it?
Well, to get a little serious for a second, although, not crazy serious, but just to, be frank about it, today is World AIDS Day.
Oh, well, yeah,
December
I can see
1st
that.
is World AIDS Day as a
Well,
way of,
Remembering.
recognizing-
Yeah, well, that's great.
That deserves the day.
but
at
I'm
some
not
point
sure
there'll be a
about
national-
lima
really.
beans.
at some point there'll be a
month.
National COVID Day.
Is it lima
Here
or
comes,
lima?
I think it's Lima. Here comes Mackenzie Grammar.
Oh, we'll scoop a bit on top. That's a good idea. Hold on. Oh, yes. Let's see. It's got some flavour now. James, I think you're going to love this.
All right.
Mackenzie, lovely. I feel like we're having Thanksgiving together, Mackenzie. Oh.
Do you want some gravy with that? You're right.
Thank you, Mackenzie.
Gravy.
No, that's got a nice smell now. It's got a
Everything good.
smell.
Is this with garlic salt or with garlic?
It's-
I chopped the garlic fresh.
She chopped the
my
garlic
God.
fresh, so it's fresh
My God,
garlic.
Mackenzie, you're going to make someone a fantastic wife one day.
It is substantially less horrible.
Yeah.
It is almost completely edible.
Isn't that? That's quite nice, that. I would say
And then it's ruined by the lima bean.
it's a lot of garlic.
Not enough.
And I'll
To
tell you
save-
what,
To save a lima bean?
if there's one thing that a vampire doesn't love, it's garlic, right?
Yeah.
Why is
Oh,
that?
that's true, yeah.
Let's test your knowledge of vampires. Why do they hate garlic? I mean, understand the cross thing and the holy water.
Well, they're most of them, come from old time England, and they had very boring food.
Right.
We
You
still
know,
do.
And the Italians, they were all like, "Oh, I'm not like an Italian. No, I don't eat garlic." Oh, no."
Ah,
And so they look down on garlic. So that's basically a racist kind of thing.
Right.
I think-
Cultural thing.
Yeah.
I wonder
I
if
think that's a
Bram
good
Stoker...
theory.
Boiled food, a vampire just goes for that.
I wonder if Bram Stoker did not like garlic, in his real life. Is Bram Stoker's real name Abraham and he just shortened it to Bram? Or is he known as Bram? Do you know, Bill?
No idea.
and was Stoker shortened from Stoker the Fire?
Stokerson. Weren't you reading Frankenstein when we were doing Lord of the
I
Rings?
love Frankenstein.
The
Yeah,
Shelley.
Shelley.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, Mary
great,
Shelley.
great book.
First sci-fi book.
Huh?
Interesting.
Very first one.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's an amazing book.
Yeah.
Mm. No one sends me a book, sent you a book.
Frankenstein.
Well, you don't
there could
know.
Be, there could be
There's
some
this-
books in there.
yeah.
We should open that Japanese gift. Well, I think the
That's
garlic ones-
lovely, that, Mackenzie. Well done.
Mhm.
That's delicious.
Very good.
Should we give him some scores?
You've
I
healed
don't-
me.
I don't mind these at
Now-
all.
We could give you some facts about lima beans, but you know what I mean? It's a bean. What can we say? We can say
It's-
in the US, it is a warm season crop grown mainly in Delaware and the mid-Atlantic region for processing in the Midwest and California for dry beans. Baby lima beans are planted in early June and harvested about 10 or 12 weeks later. In Western New York State, baby lima bean production increased exponentially from what?
Exponentially.
Cunning linguist.
Thank you.
From 2011 to 2015.
James, am
Why
I
is
right
that?
in thinking that Delaware is the smallest American state?
Rhode Island, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is there's something about there's something about Delaware. I mean, obviously there's something about every state that's
Yeah.
unique, but there's something about Delaware that's stuck in my
The president is from Delaware.
Joe Biden.
Scranton.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
if my hand
Yeah.
was the United States of America,
Yeah.
California,
Yeah.
New York,
Uh-huh.
Mexico's down here.
Yeah.
Where is Delaware?
Well, it's the finger that we can't really put out in public.
That's the
That's
middle
one?
finger.
Yeah,
right
it's
at the very
a
end.
little
Of it.
bit not right at the end, but probably right there, right at that wrinkle, right around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Above New York.
I think so.
Is that above or below?
Don't know. Well, that's below, isn't it? Because isn't your index finger kind of the
Well, I'm
border
saying
of
that's
There's
Canada?
so many states over there. They're
all
massive
yeah,
amount of state. Can't keep them. You know, I'm from the West Coast. We got California, Arizona, Colorado. I know where all that stuff
Done.
is.
Right,
You know,
massive.
easy.
Massive.
But you get in there, and it's Jesus.
Kentucky's easy to remember because you just draw a chef holding a
pan.
tray, a pan, and then it's a chicken in it.
Yeah, it's a chicken. It's a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
And isn't there something slightly confusing about Midwestern states? Isn't the Midwest Mid-East? Isn't it in the East, the Midwest? Do you know what I mean? Like it's not.
Because when those states were put on, that was the West.
Ah.
The
And
old
then-
West.
Who's the two guys that went across? Like the Americans just
Right.
said, you two guys, go and find out what happens if you go west.
Stubbs and not Stubbs. It's
Oh, you're thinking of Turner and Hooch? No, that's something else.
That's a Tom Hanks film.
Yeah.
No,
Who was that again?
I know what you mean though.
Oh, you should know this, James.
I really should.
Isn't it not?
I'll tell you who'd know this.
Oh my God.
Mackenzie Grammer. Who's the two guys that the Americans sent
Lewis and
west?
Clark.
Lewis and Clark! Tremendous knowledge, James
Sorry,
Marsters.
Mackenzie.
Thank God.
Well, we should
And they
give
could have found anything.
And I just have to
Imagine
say,
being those two.
can we be honest?
What?
Nothing against the lima bean industry, which I know I don't want you to get hate mail on that, but it is the worst bean.
Is it?
Is
No,
it?
no, come on. You like butter beans.
Love a butter bean.
Is a butter bean more or less edible
A
than
butter
lima
bean is better than
Thank
this
you.
bean. So
I
is a
thought-
haricot bean.
I thought that was a butter bean.
No.
This is a
Butter
lima
bean would be buttery as opposed to chalky.
Yeah.
It's the same shape, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
same
is.
shape.
It's just that this is a lesser, bean, really.
Things
Wait a
that
minute,
are-
here's something about butter beans
Well.
that Johnny Clues has told us. Hold on.
Kidney bean, awesome. Black
Right.
bean, wonderful.
kidney bean, but you have to be careful with the kidney
Garbanzo
bean.
bean,
If you
not
don't
bad.
cook it correctly, it'll kill you.
You know.
Garbanzo beans,
Lima
fantastic.
bean, why?
The term
Why?
butter bean is widely used in North and South Carolina for a large, flat, and yellowy white variety of lima bean.
Mm.
In the United States, Sierra type beans are traditionally called butter beans, also otherwise known as the Dixie or Henderson type. In that area, lima beans and butter beans are seen as two distinct types of beans. Are you from that area? Is that why?
No.
Although they are the same species. In the United Kingdom and the United States, butter beans refers to either dried beans, which can be purchased to rehydrate, or the canned variety, which are ready to use. In culinary use, lima beans and butter beans are distinct. Well done, James. You're absolutely right. The former being small and green, the latter large and yellow. In areas where both are considered to be lima beans, the green variety may be called as baby and less commonly junior limas.
I know that I am prejudiced
You
against
are.
lima
You
beans.
are, yeah.
I know that I have a distorted view of them. I accept that. However,
Yeah.
I've never been to a very, very wonderful restaurant and been served them.
No, I haven't. But I was going to tell you a story.
Ah.
But I was going to tell you a story there about butter beans. I remember being in a restaurant with my father, Austin. Hello, Austin.
Hi, Austin.
And he ordered for his starter a butter bean soup. And it was beautiful, like really creamy. And it had full, massive butter beans. They were like this big in them. And he loved it. And he gave us all a taste. And I thought they were fantastic. I agree with you, James. These are like a drier, chalkier, cheaper version of a butter bean. But I don't dislike them.
Maybe they grow in soil that has problems with other beans. I don't know.
I quite like them.
Let's give them
I'm
some
sorry
scores,
about that.
fellas.
Very generous.
We now score, and there is 3 categories to the scoring. 1, taste.
Okay.
2,
Aesthetics,
aesthetics. How does it look?
Mhm.
3,
usefulness.
how useful is this food?
Look at James' face. He's like, what?
How,
Yeah,
if
everyone goes, what? On the
if you
usefulness
had
of
it in your fridge, what could you do with it?
Well,
You know
let's
what I mean?
start. Let's start with flavour.
Okay, let's not start with James.
No,
Flavour.
because we know it's going to be with
There's
James.
a his-
we
there's
can't.
a history.
We can't go off of the good one.
Listen,
I'm
I,
not-
You just got to go the plain lima bean.
Right, we're going with a
lima bean.
plain one.
listen. I agree. They're a bit drier than you'd want, and as we've got them in this form, which is the form that you grew up with, they're not that pleasant. I would say these in a slightly spicier tomato soup or sauce would be quite palatable. But in this dried form as they are, I'm going to give them a 6. I think they're all right.
And in the dry form, as you've given us them, as you would have got them from your mother, I would have to give them a 4.5.
Yeah, you can break up the number if you want into a decimal.
No, we go decimals, but only 1 point.
James?
What's the lowest
flavor?
Well, there's
do
zero.
Zero.
Nothing
It's a
has ever
zero.
got zero,
No,
has it?
Nothing.
Zero.
That's a shame.
Yeah. It just you can't even indefensibly bad.
Well, that's our first zero, Jim. Right?
Now, aesthetics.
How does it look?
Looks fine to me. I mean, it's
but it's
It looks
looking
like a
fine.
zombie version of another
it's
bean.
a flat
Like a dead
pale
and pitiful version of another bean.
bean.
I'm going to say it's quite a beautiful. It's
Not
almost
offensive.
No, I actually quite like it. I feel as if, see, if I found that on the beach, I'd put it on a necklace and I'd say to
Magical
people,
bean.
I found this on the beach in Mexico. And they'd say it's a lima bean. I say, is it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that's beautiful and give it an 8.7.
Okay.
I mean, in terms of how nature has fashioned and shaped the bean, and they're all relatively uniform, I quite like them as well. I think it's a beautiful shape. So I'm going to give it a 7.5.
I'll go ahead and give it a 4.
Okay.
For not
You're-
to,
You
not,
were
not
infecting
to-
me with generosity.
Yeah, because there's a certain joy to the bean.
Also,
if
I
you
want to be
really look at it.
fair,
Yeah, well,
Good.
that's
so that my 0 means something.
We're getting you through this, James. This is
I
a
know.
little bit of therapy.
I'm about to cry.
Usefulness. Now, I think we've really hit the nail on the head here.
Bean soup
Delicious, as you've mentioned, as Austin had.
in a curry,
I don't know if I'd put it in a curry.
wouldn't you?
Like a chili, maybe.
In a chili.
In a pie.
Bean pie.
Yep.
Are you mental?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
With
to
a
being
nice
mental.
puff pastry.
Okay.
Are you mad?
All right.
Nice
Bean
bit of
ice-
mustard, Coleman
could
mustard.
you do a bean ice cream?
Of course you could do a bean ice cream. Wouldn't be very nice.
Bean juice.
Oh, you
There's
stick it in
no
a
juice in that bean.
You could put juice.
You could,
No,
you
you
could
could
juice 1,000 of those into one drop.
really
Put it in your
But see
protein
that
shake
drop?
blender.
See that drop? It could actually maybe cure cholesterol.
Change the world.
Maybe we don't.
But when
know.
I think of usefulness, I think of what can this bean do that another bean can't. And on that metric, I have to again give it a very. I can't think of anything that I would prefer. Would prefer to make a soup with butterbean soup.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the
Okay.
I would, or a chili. I would like to use a different bean.
So what you're saying,
What's that good for?
in comparison to other beans, it's probably your least favorite
Absolutely
and
useless.
probably the least useful bean of all beans.
I think so.
In its raw form, you could try to play tiddlywinks with it.
Could
Do you know the tiddlywink? game?
Yeah.
you could probably flick a tiddle with a wink?
Or marbles. You could.
You
know,
could hit it
or
with
the-
your thumb.
usefulness in terms of its adaptability into other dishes and the fact that it can be made in other dishes. I'm going to give it an 8.
I'm going to give it an 8.2.
Just try.
I just tried to
Being
do it.
competition.
Watch this.
Being
James,
that
this
is
your turn.
absolutely flavorless.
It is.
It is therefore you can use it as filler in many ways.
Yeah.
So I can see some usefulness to it. I'm gonna have to go with a 3.75.
It's low.
I
It's
think,
low,
but, no,
James.
but I
I
think
think-
before we started, that would have been like a 1.2.
Yeah.
So I think we've upped your thought about
Appreciation.
this bean.
Well,
It's a slow process. Healing does not come overnight.
No, it doesn't come overnight.
well, I've got stuff on
Especially
my face.
childhood trauma.
And how often do you think you got these beans?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Oh, it's a shame.
Hey, James, this is great. We're loving it. Love the chat.
I'm loving it.
Right?
This is fantastic.
We'll continue this next week on the Friendship Onion. We'd love to hear more.
You got it.
So, but don't forget, everybody, to what is it again? Like.
Well, yeah, it's
s-
rate, review, and subscribe. Because if you give us a nice review and if you give us a nice kind of set of stars and stuff, it allows us to do more shows. And That's what we want to do. We want to keep making the show, don't we?
Keep eating lima beans.
Also, send all your emails to us at thefriendshiponion@castmedia.com. That's cast with a K. Or you can leave a voicemail at speakpipe.com/thefriendshiponion. And we will see you with us and James next week.
On the Friendship Onion. Bye-bye. Thanks, James.